pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Excuse me, I have a sore throat of all nights. We need to have someone make a motion to select. Oh, I'm sorry. Roll call. I apologize.
Mr. Mignon.
Here.
Mr. Francis. Here. Mrs. Irwin Adams. Here. Mrs. McGinnis. Here. Mr. Cook. Here.
All right, I'm seeking a motion to install a temporary board president.
I'll second it.
All right. The nomination was made and Mr. Beard seconded. Any discussion? Okay. Second on closing them? Okay. Nominations are closed. Any discussion? Okay, we'll have a vote. Does this need to be a roll call?
No.
Okay, all in favor, please say aye. Those opposed? It passes. I will hand the gavel to you, Mr. Beard.
All right. Well, good evening, everybody. As you know, this has been a process by which has been established by the school code probably 70 years ago when the school code came out in 1949 when it was amended. We know that we all had elections. This is the evening during the first week, full week of December, where we need to organize the board and have an election of officers. So the first order of business at this point in time is, do I have a nomination for the position of board president? Oh, I forgot. You gentlemen and ladies are all new. You have to be sworn in. So we have
Mrs. Adams is a notary, and if the new board members will come and stand in front of the table, she will swear them in.
That is correct. She has more power than I do. It's either a judge, a district magistrate, or some other presiding judicial officer. I have in the past, but I can't fill out the oath.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
All right, congratulations to all those that have taken the oath of office, been sworn in. You are now legal to take all official board action, attend executive sessions, and hear about all the things that go on in the district. So at this point in time, we're back to the appointment of a board president or board chair for the Altoona Area School District. Is there a nomination or a motion out there for the position of board president?
I'd like to nominate Pam Mignon.
Okay, there's a second on that.
I'll second it.
Any other discussions or any other nominations?
I move nominations be closed.
All right, nominations have been closed. At this point in time, I don't really see a need to close the nomination since that wasn't opposed. So at this point in time, there will be a roll call vote for the position of president.
Mr. Mignon,
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes.
Mrs. Irwin Adams, Mrs. McGinnis, Mr. Cook, Mr. McCauley,
Yes.
Mr. Romanowitz,
Yes.
Mr. Pacifico, Mr. Pappas,
Yes.
Okay.
passes unanimously.
Congratulations. All right, we're not changing chairs,
Really?
and you get the book.
I wanted to sit beside Brad. Okay. I thought that's what you do.
You want to change?
No, we're good.
Okay.
I have the gap. Yes. So we're going to go through the process, same process to select the vice president. So I would ask for nominations for vice president.
I'd like to make a motion to nominate Mrs. Kelly Irwin Adams for vice president.
I'll second that nomination.
Any other nominations? Anybody move to close the nominations?
I move to close nominations.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, we're ready for a vote. Is that a roll call? Roll call vote.
Mr. Pappas,
Yes.
Mr. Pacifico, Mr. Romanowitz,
Yes.
Mr. McCauley,
Yes.
Mr. Cook, Mrs. McGinnis, Mrs. Irwin Adams, Mr. Francis, Mr. Mignon,
Yes.
passes 9 unanimously.
We need to make a motion to approve the board schedule for 2024. Do I have a motion? Second? Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, the resolution to install the board schedule is passed. I think that's it. I need a motion to move to adjournment. Second?
Second.
Seconded. All in favor? All right. All opposed? All right. This meeting is adjourned.
Members of the public, we're going to be about 5 minutes to take a photo of our new board, and then we'll be right back with our regular school board meeting.
What? Do you want it out? I can move it.
Okay, I'll call this meeting to order. We'll dispense of the Pledge of Allegiance and moment of reflection as we already did that. Publicly, this meeting was advertised to start at 6, even though on this agenda it says 6:30, so the public was notified. So we're going to move forward with the regular school board meeting. First on the agenda, I would ask to hear from any citizens present. Oh, I'm sorry. Roll call. I messed up already.
Mr. Mignon.
Here.
Mr. Francis, Mrs. Irwin Adams, Mrs. McGinnis, Mr. Cook, Mr. McCauley,
Here.
Mr. Romanowitz, Mr. Pacifico, Mr. Pappas.
Here.
Okay, now we'll take the opportunity to hear from any citizens if they'd like to come up and speak. Please state your name and where you live, and we'll give you 5 minutes. No one? Okay. We'll move on. Next on the agenda are the minutes. Looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting held on November 3rd, 2020. I'm sorry, November 13th, 2023. Do I have a motion? I have a motion. Second? Seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We'll move down the agenda to finance. There's a list of payments, contracted services agreement with Mr. Cutroff, independent evaluator services, honorariums. Just so you know, the expectation is that we've all prepared for this meeting and read these things. And if nobody is opposed, we'll move to approve them all together. If you want to pick one out, we can do that. So I'm looking for a motion to approve under finance A through D. I have a motion. Second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yeah, can you just, Brad, explain, is Cutroff, is he like being a mentor or is that?
So Mr. Cutroff was our recent retiree. He's a master electrician. We have a hire. However, to get acclimated to the school district, all of our systems and all of our pieces, we're asking for approval to approve Mr. Cutroff up to 60 hours at the rate quoted.
Another thing,
Sure.
the special ed department, those people, are they just to help with evaluations or?
So whenever we have students and or parents and or outside counsel requesting independent evaluations, we're asking for approval for this list of people who we have worked with in the past to be approved as independent evaluators up to the rate included in the event that they are needed. We're not contracting them for any designated number, but in the event that they would be needed or requested, we're asking for approval.
Any other discussion? Okay, we'll vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next, under section 5, same thing. We have a memorandum of understanding for the Math Shelf Startup Grant. B, field experience agreement with Juniata College. C, approval of volunteers. D, secondary field trips. E, affiliation agreement with Penn State University, Ross and Carol Neese College of Nursing. F, an expulsion request, waiver of hearing and agreement. G, a doctoral study approval. Would anybody like to break any of those out for individual discussion? Okay. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Those pass. Next, under section 6, one agenda item. All the personnel agenda items are contained in the document. Do I have a motion to approve the personnel section? Second? Any discussion? All right, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next on the agenda, business operation items for public sale. Do I have a motion to approve those items listed for public sale? Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, committee reports. Do we have any committee chair reports?
The only thing I want to say is that they announced the 14th annual community classic dinner for the Central Blair Rec Commission. The Respected Citizen Award is going to Rocco Alianello, and the guest speaker is Louis Lips. And it is on Saturday, February 17th at 5:30 at the Bavarian. So hope to see you all there.
Any other committee reports? Board President report. I first would just like to thank everybody for the opportunity to serve in this capacity. I'll do you proud. I'll work hard, and we'll be fair, and we'll be efficient as we are being tonight. So I would just like to also thank the people I just served with, including Chris. I think we had a tremendous 2 years. I think at this meeting a couple years ago, we were sitting here in masks. So we transitioned into a different era. When I joined, we immediately had to replace a board member, which we did efficiently. We also had several contracts to negotiate during some of our first 2 years on this board. That got done. We made the important decision to protect our students in their schools, which was a really big deal. And I think the community feels much safer with their children in these schools. So I commend all those gentlemen for their support of that. And, most importantly, I think moving forward is we selected a new superintendent, an assistant superintendent, retained a superintendent, and it's all homegrown talent. And I think that means a lot to the community. We just need to look to our neighbors to see, the challenges you could face if you don't do something like that. We're fortunate to have Brad, Haley, and Mark on our team. So I'm most proud of that we were able to keep them. And I think it benefits the community tremendously moving forward as we navigate challenging times ahead. So that being said, again, thanks to everybody on this board and thanks to the gentleman I just served with. Thanks to Dr. Malloy for setting a fine example, how to conduct a board meeting. And we're going to move forward with civility, professionalism, and order. So thanks again. And now we will ask for Ms. Klein's student report.
Yes, so I do have a couple fun little festive events to tell everyone about. The Altoona Orchestra, Symphonic, and Chorus will have their Christmas concert this Friday, December 8th at 7 p.m. The Altoona Jazz Band will have their Christmas concert on Thursday, December 14th at 7 p.m. And all students who are interested in the GACTC program are invited to their open house on Tuesday, December 5th from 5 to 7 p.m. Additionally, in the battle to stop hunger, the Key Clubs of Altoona and Hollidaysburg have joined together to support the Mountain Lion Backpack and Tiger Pack program. On December 14th at 7:30 p.m., please bring any food drive items to the game to help support children in the Altoona and Hollidaysburg area. Additionally, the AAHS Student Council has been sponsoring the annual holiday food drive baskets. The deadline to bring in items is December 11th, and all students and staff are invited to donate. The holiday break schedule is as follows. There will be no school from December 22nd to January 1st. Offices will be open from the 26th to the 29th. And I'd like to say that I hope all of you have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hatch, do you have a superintendent's report?
Very briefly, just want to give a preview. Next Monday, we will have our annual committee of the whole meeting beginning at 6 o'clock. At that time, all of our department heads and central office administrators will give an update on their department as well as introduce themselves to our new board members. And we will be conducting a state of the school district, very brief overview of where we're at, where we've come from last year, and then also have a preliminary budget analysis for the upcoming school year. So I'd encourage anyone that would like to attend that work session next Monday at 6. Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. Is there an employee union's response? No? Middle management? No? Solicitor Beard?
Just real quick for the new board members, our firm, in cooperation with Penn State School Study Council, puts out an educational law report. We put out maybe 10 or so newsletters a year, several pages long, keeps you updated on current events, that are impact schools. I anticipate that it will be out by the end of the week. And we ask each superintendent, every district we represent, to share that with the board, to give you an idea as to what is out there that's, could, be good for schools or be, pose a problem as well. And we try to stay away from the super controversial issues, just to keep it a level playing field.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. That being said, do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting? Do I have a second? All in favor? Any opposed? I get to do it one more time. Meeting is adjourned.